Hey everybody, it's Dr. Val, and I'm excited to be here with you on this Thursday. For those of you who are just getting to know me, I am a clinical psychologist, and my area of study is in stress related illnesses and chronic disease. We know from research that 95 to 98% of our illnesses are caused by stress. The other 2 to 5% are caused by your DNA, your environment, and your diet. Okay? I do these 5 to 7 minute lives weekly because I want to give you tips, information, and strategy that will help promote well being and hopefully help you avoid diagnosis. I am also the owner of Tranquility Hot Tubs and Med Spa. You can visit that website at www.tranquilhottubs.com. Click on services to see the services we provide. Make yourself an appointment for a friend and a family member. Also, right? Because we're opening soon. But, ladies, I am excited to announce that we are just a few days away from the Women's Health Symposium this Saturday, January 7th. I want to invite you to attend either virtually or face to face. Go to the same website, www.tranquilhottubs.com. Click on upcoming events and buy your ticket today. You don't want to wait until the day of the event because the price does increase. This week, we have been talking about expectations. So we started this on Tuesday because I was off on Monday spending time with my family, and I hope you were too if you could be. So we started on Tuesday talking about expectations, and we gave a definition of expectations, and I do that so that we're on the same page when we're talking, right? We have the same understanding. Wednesday, we talked about having appropriate expectations. Today, Thursday, we're talking about having misplaced expectations. And then Friday, having no expectations, okay? So the definition of misplaced expectations is this: to direct a feeling such as trust or confidence towards someone or something that does not deserve it. It's unrealistic and it's inappropriate. Misplaced expectations, having misplaced expectation leads to disappointment. Your expectation is not met. And if this pattern continues, it leads to such things or can lead to such things as depression, fear of trust, pessimism. I don't know if you guys know anybody who's a pessimist. They never believe anything is going to turn out right. Somewhere along the line, they have had misplaced expectations. What we should ask ourselves as we are just journeying through life, and we typically do this on the fly anyway. It's normally real fast like that. What is the situation presenting right now? What should my response be based on what is being presented? And should I keep my expectation alive, like Jesse Jackson used to say, keep hope alive, or should I adjust my expectation? Now, the problem comes in when we should adjust our expectation and we keep believing. So we know we heard it said, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them, right? And this is just one example of misplaced expectations. You expect someone to be one way and they're the opposite, even though they have shown you who they are. The problem comes, and let me say this: if it is necessary to adjust, then make the corrections. And if you don't adjust your expectation and still continue to believe, most likely you're going to be depressed, sad, apathetic, lonely, unhappy. And even for people of faith, I know that I'm talking to some of you who are like me, you're a person of faith. It's the same thing with you. Even if you have faith for something, you can never override someone's free will or God's will. Period. And so this is what leads us into being at odds with people and with God, because we had misplaced expectations, something that God never promised or something that the person never promised. And you have to be able to let that go. And if you don't, you're setting yourself up for heartbreak. And we don't want that. The most relevant thing that I could talk about that any person in any culture can identify with is when you have a relationship that you expect to go one way. You expect the person to treat you with kindness, love, be sensitive, you know, with you only. But then they're with two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10 other people. Hopefully you don't stay in a relationship like that, but they don't meet your expectation. And what we find is that we're typically mad at the person. You know, you're mad at the person for being who they are in the moment. That's who they are in the moment. But I can guarantee you that by the time they get to the third, fourth, fifth, sixth person, you knew about the first person, but you did not adjust your expectation nor your action, and you chose to stay. And now you're mad at him or her for doing what they're going to do. What you need to do, sis and brother, is adjust your expectations and move on and let it go. All right? So, tomorrow we're going to talk about having no expectations, and we're going to talk about why some people might live that way. All right? Until tomorrow, you guys have a great